It all makes entirely too much sense. But the end of it, maybe I want to see where it goes. This week's episode is sponsored by Wix. We hear a lot about AI these days. It's the hot topic. And I too posted it out on the switch. I gotta tell you, Wix has found a very cool way to put AI to good use for business with its new Harmony app. Its AI website builder lets you build a business-ready website while still giving you full control to edit anything you want to by hand. So it's not a case of outsourcing everything to AI. You're working alongside it and getting the best of both worlds. Tools that you can create an entire website just by typing in a single prompt and describing your idea. You can click on any part of your site and ask Aria, your AI agent, to edit for you, or ask questions that you need answers to. She's there to help you create faster and more efficiently. Wix powers more than 280 million businesses around the world. It started offering AI solutions long before it was cool to do so. Imagine what Wix can do for you. You don't have to. Take the leap. Visit Wix.com/harmony. That's Wix.com/harmony. Adam Lowe, Christian Cage, Rare Television. They were in action against RPG Vice. Trevor and Rodney Rivera. FTR and Stokely Hathaway, they came out before the match to reserve. The heels went after Christian with that forearm. I have no idea why RPG Vice needed this much offense. This is way too long. Everything now is too much offense. Fairfax is actually here in New York City. He's filming something on television related to a TV show. But he was not in there. But it was very funny because magically in just one segment, which totally didn't get recorded last week, Renee's voice was okay. She sounded normal. She sounded good. Later in the segment. And then went back to her, like the later segment, she lost her voice. So here she is. And she was asking Jericho if Ricochet's close. This girl breaks. Let's get back to the version.
Don't worry about it.
Not bad.
Jericho. So Ricochet asked Jericho. Jericho told him to eat shit and then pull it ball. And so Ricochet tore Jericho's shirt, Gates back, and they ran Jericho into a nearby equipment case. Ricochet asked Jericho, you've been funny, and then he teased him in a slot. To Jericho, yes, you have to over Jericho. That's me. Then told him they're not even.
Let's take advantage of this. They said, because you're a coward, trying to tell person that like, you can't trust it, you can't trust it. I can see the problem, but I can get into this. TBS title is this. Was the first half of this match was the first half of this started to react as if, holy shit, she's turning on this woman right now. She suplexes her into the corner, and Bane had been laid out, I think, across the middle row in the corner. She was in the middle row. And so she was really just suplexing Statlander into Bane. She was using her partner as a weapon. And Statlander gets up, and she gets up in her face like, what the fuck? And she is like, no,
I'm happy to help anytime.
So it looked like this was a turn. A turn, not yet. Anyway, late in the match, Statlander stacked both women up on top there, 450 splash onto the pile for a 2 count. Statlander went for the Saturday Night Fever. Sheena, though, made a blind tag, hitting a meteor off the top, and then Falcon Arrow for a 2 count. Statlander came in. She got wiped out with a flying boot. Bane and Cross then demolished Sheena. I mean, they slammed her down hard. With their double choke slam, and they pinned her to retain the titles. I've certainly seen better from Megan Bane and Lena Cross. This was not the best outing for any of these 4 women, I would say that. By the end of it, it was at least a decent match by the end, but this was not. We have Rush against, let me see here, what was this guy's name? Steven Fuerte.
make sure I get it right. Stephen Fuerte was his opponent here on the show. Poor Stephen Fuerte, he wanted a handshake from us. I don't know why you would expect him to shake your hand. He didn't. And instead, Bruce just ripped him with the right hand. And they ended up on the floor. Bruce was just stomping the fuck out of this guy, just kicking the shit out of him. And then got him back in the ring, and he gave him the Bulls horns. And that was it. It was short work for Ruth, who then got on the mic, and he was saying some stuff in Spanish. And then he ended with, when you mess with the bull, you get the horns. So look, I can get behind more Ruth television time here on this show. That's great. I think that Ruth would make a great challenger in the not-too-distant future for one Kevin Knight for the TNT title. That's what I think. But he's someone who I would like to see more of on this show. Hopefully we get to see more of him on this show. Like last week, for example. Last week we had Lio Rush, right? Lio Rush had that match with Brody King. Some people may not be a fan of this whole gimmick that Lio Rush is doing. I like it because it's at least something different. He's clearly committed to it. It's kind of creepy, and I just wish they would have taken, more effort and care to try to explain to us exactly why he has descended into madness. You want to do some sort of vignette, do a vignette. I'm not saying you have to just do a sit-down, serious interview with the guy. And they didn't do that. He literally just showed up on Dynamite last week, which he never shows up on. And he wrestled Brody King and he lost. And then he was there. Maybe he wasn't on the show tonight. He probably won't be on the show next week. So it was basically like a one-off. And again, you're not going to get over that. So I don't know if Tony Khan is serious about pushing him with that gimmick or not. He's just somebody who should be seen more on Dynamite. We should see him more on the A show. Because he's really good. I hope we do. But I wonder if he'll fall into the same category as Lio Rush, where it's like, you'll see him every now and then, and then you won't. For your next order of reliable Leon Ride and the Kroger store in Westwood. Family owned since 1931. Kroger Smith & Cars Trucks and Leagues of Michigan Drivers Club. 150s. Kroger Store Scales. Our team makes buying easy. And our finance experts help you get fast. Plus, we keep you late. Full service department and cheap. More apartments. Short inventory and specials now. At North Kroger Store in the or visit North Kroger Store today in Westwood. Hey, everybody, it's Tuesday somewhere. It's Independent Games Media. And you can find us it's every Tuesday discussing this video game releases we'll never refer into. We also discuss all the biggest stories in the world of games. We have decades of experience covering the biggest companies and sneaky little indie darlings. We also have years of experience being a cool head. Giant podcasts is like listening to your friends Pete and Gab about games, the stories that matter to them and you. Giant podcasts, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and wherever you listen to podcasts. But anyways, this was just a word squash. As if, again, they were looking up for something. That's
Someone draws its attention. We're certain to find an opening.
asking, next week on Dynamite, and if Cassidy wins, he can challenge for the tag team titles. Pick a partner, it doesn't matter who, probably Rock. And you can go after the tag team. But if Dax wins, then FTR can challenge for the trios titles. Which is just meaning more champions that have a set of titles now challenging for another set of titles. Trios titles, by the way, the most meaningless, useless kid in the entire company. Dax wins. They will partner up with the title search. They will go after the cooperation and their trios titles. Ciampa walks in, and he says that the last time we teamed with FTR, Mark Briscoe on the shelf indefinitely. Next time, they are going to win the trios titles. So I'm just feeling very fierce. If they can get all the trios titles, it's trios titles. bombers they left on every case. People in the building instead of 2,000. Although, to be fair, there have been some AEW crowds that have been very small, but very loud. It just depends on the city they're in. But there is a difference between having a crowd of 2,500 people and having a crowd of 5,200, which is what they had tonight. Cult meetup. We got Edge and Christian versus RPG Vice for GTA 6. Yeah. Do you still think it's coming out in November? Because I don't.